Good morning, everybody. Looking at a pretty unique site. Don't get to see this every day. We are looking at Pujiang, which is the waterway that goes in and out of Shanghai. There's the famous skyline of Shanghai. And along the waterway, you can have a cup of coffee and watch the ships go by, as the song says. Really pleasant area. And being a national holiday, not too many people around, surprisingly. So along the whole waterway, you have a nicely built waterfront sidewalk, pedestrian area, so you can rent a bike the whole length, or take a walk with the family. Very calm. The skyline, of course, is really beautiful at night once everything's lit up. But at night also, there's the downside of an ocean of people. So you have to brave that if you want to catch that. But yeah, it's great. It's amazing. You can, nowadays, traveling is just so easy. You get to see things that you just never thought you would be able to. And we have babies here. So yeah, it's really great. Where was I? Yeah, basically you just have nowadays you can go anywhere, travel anywhere, but with internet, with the broadband line, you can sort of live the same life that you had at home, enjoy the same things, and not miss much while you're traveling around the globe. Like yesterday, I was talking to my friend, and we were talking about the new box set from Criterion of Eric Rhomer's seasons: summer, winter, fall, spring. And we were talking about Beppo. That's great. Beppo has a review of the summer movie that we were talking about. And my friend just said, "You want to watch a movie?" And he had a copy that he could stream it to me. And I was watching Summer in my hotel room in Shanghai. It felt almost surreal. I mean, the movie's lovely, but to be able to do that and to be in Shanghai, sort of an exotic location with, and then watching a relatively obscure French director's movie, it felt a little surreal. It almost felt like a Wong Kar-wai script being enacted, but it was good. Movie was really good. Every Eric Rhomer movie, if you're familiar with his movies, they're all very nice. Very, they're not so heavy. You don't get the French melodrama, right? That is so that's heavy and soul searching. Femme fatales committing suicide, that kind of thing. Here, you have these kind of romantic comedies that I think convey some kind of a moral tale. You don't have to try to learn the lesson behind it. Just enjoy the movie, which I did. And his movies I think they're made for men because all of them are just sort of a strokes the ego. Here you have a bevy of young ladies clad in bikinis, taking a break from ethno PhD studies to chase this young guy. And of course, he can't decide. He's conflicted. It's a wet dream for every hot-blooded male in the land. And yeah, but I mean, traditionally, maybe that has been the motif for a lot of movies, right? Traditionally, they've been made by men to please the ego. Traditional Hollywood movies too, right? I mean, how often do you have the supermodel just happen to want to want to chase you and thinks you're her soulmate? But that happens quite a lot in the movies. Yeah, so not an unpleasant way to spend the afternoon. If you get a chance, watch Eric Rhomer. Great. I particularly recommend Summer, Claire's Knee. That's a really good movie. And Love in the Afternoon. Yeah, some really, really good movies. Give it a chance. Give it a go. Don't let the subtitles fool you or keep you away. And the other thing I was talking to my friend about, the theme of summer, surprisingly reminded me of the 80s classic, Some Kind of Wonderful with Eric Stoltz. So the moral of the tale, if you do learn if there is a moral to the tale, is that you should always go for the tomboyish girl next door. In this case, the girl in the next restaurant, instead of the popular cheerleader who's going to break your heart. So that's a lesson learned. Yeah. You see a lot of shipping container ships along this area, Shanghai being one of the busiest ports in the world. So, all right, gonna make my way down to the Bund, which is in front of those famous buildings, the famous colonial architecture. That is a must-see when you come to Shanghai. A famous cityscape taken from the bridge on the canal here. Really is lovely. It's comparable to scenes from European cities like Paris or Venice, known for their canal systems. Here I love how you can see the old architecture, old church preserved from the past. It's like what Joseph Campbell was saying about when he was talking about the city of Utah, that you can see successive generations of architecture. What was each era, you had different buildings. So you can have churches that were the tallest building during a certain era, and now you have modern skyscrapers. And in 100 years, maybe other, AI buildings or something will dominate the skyline. Who knows? So it's lovely to see history displayed right in front of your eyes. All right, let's keep going. Cheers, everybody. The this harbor, it's really it's well known. I think part of the reason is that you have the juxtaposition between the new and the old. So you have the rise of China symbolized by all this modern mega skyscraper. And then you have surrounding it, you have the old European colonial buildings. I suppose, I surmise that this is the reason why these buildings are so well preserved. It is a reminder to the population, to everyone, that there is a sort of a dark past when China was not as strong and was subjugated by these foreign powers. So that's my take on on this architecture, on this area. I think a city like Shanghai, sometimes you do feel a little bit schizophrenic. It's because it is a clash of cultures almost, between that of modern Western versus traditional Chinese. You have that happening all over the world, but here it's just a little bit more extreme, I think, to a lot of degrees. And I think you probably have a generation gap between the old and the new, younger generation.